had an occasion to be called upon for our famous Crossroads gig, Saturday night, December 28th, 1968.
The way that came about was
Yes.
our music was so loud that 2 miles across the valley, the minister of our church heard the music and wanted to be hip and trendy, and so he called our parents to find out if we would play for a real alumni dinner.
So Reverend Pearson got in touch with your parents,
We were doing it.
gratis and publicity. Was there even food?
They did have food.
And was Matt Winstanley a member of the church or not?
No, he wasn't a member of the church. I don't know how he got involved with us. He wanted to play the keyboards and wanted to play the flute.
He could sing also.
I don't know if he could sing or not. But I mean, he'd be better than us.
Yeah, I was just going to say, on a scale of 0 to 3, he was at least a 5 or 6. Yeah. He must have come over to practice with us in advance.
He came over, yeah.
So we actually came up with a song set list. And I know that the songs that we're positive about, at least in our dim recollections, of course, Light My Fire, Tales of Brave Ulysses by Cream, San Francisco Girls by Fever Tree. That was one of the songs that I picked up at college. And Jimi Hendrix's Fire, Yardbirds' Shapes of Things.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
For some reason, I thought we did Sunshine of Your Love.
We may have.
Yeah, I think we did.
And the challenge, of course, would be if we wanted to sing. And I know I knew the lyrics to San Francisco Girls, and I kind of think I knew the lyrics to Tales of Brave Ulysses. Although when you listen to it, it's Jack Bruce. He came up with some unusual lyrics. But I know those two I sang, and then of course, Dave, you sang Fire. So tell us about the song Fire.
Got into me. I can't sing. I don't know why I was even trying to.
That's because you had your leather pants on, remember?
Yeah, leather.
Yeah. So you dressed for the occasion in leather pants, a la Jim Morrison. Your hair, of course, was fairly lengthy at the time, as was all of ours. You were in the persona rock star, Lizard King kind of a mood, I guess.
Yeah.
And something took over you.
It's so unlike me.
But you took over that microphone like a master.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, and the best part was when you said, move over.
Move over and let Davey take over.
Yeah.
And the crowd went wild.
Yeah, and at some point in time, I broke a string on my guitar.
Yep.
I think it was the E string, the little E string. And then you knocked over the cymbals at one point.
Yes. I knocked over cymbals, and then my snare drum, I always had trouble with the key, keeping it up, and it went to the ground.
But it wasn't the same song.
No.
It wasn't Fire that this happened on.
How many people were there? About 20?
Well, it depends on what time frame you're talking about. I think when we started, there may have been...
Oh, there was at least 20, I think.
Yeah, 20 to 30 maybe, because we had set up all those chairs. Remember, we went over in the afternoon, and we got everything all set up. We got our stuff set up, tested the equipment, and there were probably enough for 40, 45 people. But so the front rows, people sat down, and why they sat down in the front row, I have no idea, because it was a little bit loud for a church hall. Yeah.
Well, the songs were a little unusual for church, too.
Yes.
These kids were not the kids that would be doing what we were doing when we were away at college, I don't think.
And of course, Light My Fire we did just without singing. So.
But musically, it was outstanding.
It was outstanding. Oh, yeah. Well, and again, it's like so many things from back in that time. We didn't have smartphones, and there wasn't video recording, a lot of audio video recording going on. So nobody can say differently, I would imagine.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why we didn't record it.
Yeah.
Why we didn't set up the tape.
Audio record. That's a good question.
Everything.
So we're going along playing, and we went through at least 5 songs. We may have done more. None of us can remember that far back.
We don't want to remember.
Then who, somebody came in, was it church elder, or was it Reverend Pearson that came in and said that there was a movie in the other room?
I think it was the assistant.
It was Korean.
Yeah, Korean guy, assistant minister came in, said, I don't know, he was probably like that Ed Sullivan, good job, boys, kind of thing, and said, while there's a break, I just want to let you know that they're showing movies of Korean boys choir or something like that up in the narthex.
Korean Orphans Choir.
Yeah, something like that. You're all welcome to come, and I think a lot of people are welcome to come.
No, we didn't play anymore after that.
No, everybody left.
That was after the fire, and they started to leave, and we said, well, we're finished.
To avoid any more embarrassment, we're done. You can't coax us to stay anymore.
So
Tom
that was,
Starling came up to me and was laughing and said, you sound like the Fudds.
That's a compliment.
that would be a compliment. Maybe he thought he was insulting you.
It was insulting.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if those people remembered that, because it was probably not our highlight.
It was an attempt.
Right. It was a, we had a lot of humility, I think, after that.
And then the worst part is we had to take all the chairs down.
Oh, yeah.
There were no ushers or anything there to help.
I don't remember eating any food either. If it was there, I think we were so caught up and set up and tear down.
I was a little anxious because I'm highly introverted, so to sit there in front of people playing stuff, that was hard.
Yes, it
and
was.
I do remember they had food in the back, and I couldn't eat anything. My stomach was churning a bit.
Yeah, well, I had played in as a youth in piano recitals, but that was my first time in front of a whole bunch of people trying to play music, and it was a challenge. Today, I having been through it with another band, and entertaining with my brother-in-law, it wouldn't be quite as traumatic, but it was traumatic then, and the fact that it was not as successful as we'd hoped made it memorable.
And it was in front of our
peers, yeah.
Peers,
Yeah.
which is a little tough. I mean, the only other time that I had similar to your piano recitals was in 5th grade, and you were playing the piano, by the way, during that. I don't know if you remember, it was for the PTA. And they had kids coming out, and you played the piano, and some other girl just was going all over the place on the keyboard, and some girl played the violin. And then it came time for Ricky Shannon to play the trumpet, and I played America.
You were playing the horn.
Yeah, the trumpet. Yeah, so it was, everybody's out there, all the parents, teachers, everybody. And so Ricky Shannon gets up there, and I couldn't hit this one note. I mean, the simple, whatever America is. And I kept, I got to see my mom and dad going, oh, dear God.
They're sinking into the seats.
And that was a similar feeling that I had when we played that night at Crossroads. That didn't hit that note right. Oh, God.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for cooperating on this. And
Yeah, it was great.
have a good afternoon.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks again.
Have a good one. All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.